I'm Peter Block here in Chicago at ACC.16 for On the Scene, and with me is Michelle O'Donoghue, who has been interested in the whole business of inflammatory treatment, or anti-inflammatory treatment, I guess is probably better, isn't it, Michelle, of acute myocardial infarction. And there's a trial now which has, unfortunately, a bad outcome, or not bad, but a negative outcome, but a lot to be learned from this trial. So, Michelle, I'm going to ask you what the trial is to start with and what you used in the trial, and then we'll go from there and see what we can learn from this.
Sure. So the LATITUDE-TIMI 60 trial was a trial of losmapimod, which was a p38 MAP kinase inhibitor. And as you alluded to, we know that inflammation plays a key role in atherosclerosis, but also it may have some maladaptive features in terms of wound healing after MI, left ventricular remodeling, and reperfusion injury. So this compound was developed with an eye towards perhaps mitigating some of those downstream consequences of inflammation that are maladaptive.
So your trial was really a placebo versus the anti-inflammatory agent. What'd you find?
So we found that for patients treated with losmapimod in an acute MI for a period of 12 weeks after the MI, did not reduce cardiovascular events as pre-specified. So this was a leading cohort of 3,500 patients that was designed to provide some preliminary insight into the drug's efficacy and safety before Part B. So it had a neutral effect overall. We saw some potentially intriguing findings for STEMI patients that could be worthy of further exploration, but it wasn't adequately powered to provide us a definitive answer in that regard.
Well, let's go there for a little bit, because I looked at these data as well, and there seems to be a signal that ST segment elevation MI may be the area that this might work. So your thoughts about this going forward, Michelle, what do you think is going to happen with all this stuff?
Right. So you don't want to jump ahead and say that you necessarily believe a signal, but we know from phase 2 that the drug blunts periprocedural rise in C-reactive protein. Patients with ST elevation MI have a larger inflammatory burst. And within the phase 2 construct, we also saw within an MRI substudy that it potentially had favorable effects on left ventricular remodeling and function. So it's plausible biologically that losmapimod could offer benefit within at least a subset of patients. But I think that big picture, we're still trying to find the right anti-inflammatory therapeutic. It's an unmet need. We need to find new ways to improve outcomes for patients after an ACS. And there are a lot of other therapies and compounds that are still being developed in the inflammatory realm.
So I couldn't have said that one better, so I won't say anything else. Thank you very much, Michelle.
Thank you very much.